What's going on, fellas? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. We're going to go ahead and just jump right into it. Hey, how's it going? My name's Ratboy. Let's get into it.
Okay, who's looking for a single mom with 3 kids who takes care of all of her own shit? Just a lover girl by heart, likes to be sarcastic, you know, homebody. Someone who just likes to like chill out most of the time, get really laugh, watch TikTok videos. Who's looking for that? I mean, I don't wear sweatshirts all the time at home, guys.
No.
Yeah, I don't think any man is looking for anything you just described. And from what I've seen, I don't think men are looking to date single moms. Actually, from a lot of my personal experiences with the guys I've talked to, they're just not dating women at all. They're just not even dealing with them. It's a big headache now for men to get involved with women like this, single moms, just regular women, women in their 20s, women in their 30s, women. It just really doesn't matter now because social media has completely just rotted their brains to the point to where they will constantly do stuff like this, and there's no accountability. There's no accountability for these women. They get stuck in their little echo chamber, and they're sitting there. They're coping with the fact that they're gonna probably be alone for the rest of their life. They're walking in their front yard, talking to a camera, not really knowing what's going on, not knowing what men want, or not really knowing what men want or what men are looking for. They're just kind of putting their assets on display and really getting nothing in return. These men are getting absolutely nothing in return, and that's perfectly fine. You know, these men have standards. They have certain expectations for the women they want in their life. These women are not going to be women that have multiple kids from multiple different dudes. You know, these dudes are usually in prison or they're in gangs or whatever the situation might be. These respectable men are not trying to get involved with these women's lives or their kids' lives. They just don't care. They just don't care. So what do these women do? They get online and they make videos like the one we're about to watch now.
Okay, let's talk dating as a single mom, because this is a question that I get asked very, very frequently. Carla, how do you date as a single mom? Carla, are you dating right now? And as much tea as I'd like to give you guys, I'm currently not dating, but I don't know, my mindset with dating is like very, very relaxed. I kind of flip-flop back and forth between wanting something serious and then wanting something fun. I don't know, it seems like a really weird topic to talk about because I'm super private when it comes to all of that. I know exactly what I want, and I know that I don't want to settle for anything, because the way that I look at it is, if I didn't settle for my kid's dad, why would I settle for another man that isn't their dad? I feel like now that me and the other parent are, you know, co-parenting here and there, that I will have more time. But I will say that even if I start dating, I would keep it super private just because that's just the way that I am. One thing that I do know for certain, 100%, is that I will never bring a man around my kids. I'm just really protective of my kids, and I never want to bring anyone around them that isn't going to be in their life. So yeah, that's the tea on my dating life. I get this question a lot, so I figured that I would make like a quick little video just kind of going over my mindset on things. If you're a single mom and you're currently in the dating field, let me know what you guys think. How do you do it? What do you do? What are some boundaries, or what are some things that you're looking for? Because yeah, I'm just curious. Yeah, bye guys.
Oh shit.
This woman just repeats what every other single mom repeats whenever they're back in the dating world and they're choosing to find random men to hook up with and stuff. And so she just went out and said it. You know, she just went out and said it in this video. She says she's looking for a relationship, but she's also looking for something on the side, something fun. But she's not willing to settle for any guy. Her standards are super high because, you know, if she's not with her baby's dad, then, you know, the next guy has to be 10 times what that man is. You see how none of this is starting to make sense? You see how none of this is just worth it for men right now? Why would a man take on your burdens? Why would a man take on all of your baggage, And we're not even talking about the kids. The kids are baggage, sure, but also the emotional, the trauma baggage from her baby daddy being in prison and all this stuff. I'm just assuming he's in prison. All these women like to date convicts. But why would any man want to be involved in this? This is something that I personally just, and I think a lot of guys, they're actually coming to terms with this, to where, they have put single moms in the category of recreational use only. They're not going to be committing any money, any time, anything to these types of women, because ultimately it's a waste. You might as well be throwing your time and your money and your attention into a dumpster, because you're not going to get anything in return. Anytime you want anytime you want anything reciprocated your way, she's going to say, oh, well, the kids come first. My kings, my queens, they're my little treasures, and I need to take care of them before I can take care of you. And it's just, it's a lose-lose for a normal man trying to just find a relationship. Single moms, it's just like it's an empty hole. There's nothing you can do. You can definitely have fun with a hole, but you don't want to commit to it. You don't want to put any investment into these women, because it's a wasted investment. It's wasted time. It's wasted assets. It's wasted money. And then we can talk about the kids. Some of these guys, I've seen some of these dudes get attached to some of these kids, and I'm be honest with you, they're basically stepdads to these kids. They become stepdads to these kids, and they spend a lot of time with these kids, because these moms, they're working and all this stuff. So a lot of times these dads, they not dads, but these men that these women are dating end up being the babysitters and the providers and this and that. And then whenever these moms don't need them anymore, once the kids hit a certain age, and they're like, okay, well, we don't need to simp anymore. Let's go ahead and get him out of here, and I can try to find my real husband and all this stuff. They'll divorce the guy. They'll get rid of the guy. They'll kick him out. And then what? He not only just lost the woman he was with, but he also lost these two kids that he cared about and was taking care of and was helping support. So when you look at it that way, it's actually more than just, putting your financials at risk. You're also putting a lot more at risk as well. So a lot of guys are seeing this, and it's no surprise that the videos I've seen of men that are basically just dogging these women for being single moms. You've heard the single mom song, which is just hilarious. It's their decision. It's absolutely their decision. I've always said single moms should not date. They should concentrate on their family, concentrate on their kids, concentrate on their job, making sure that everything is taken care of in that, with that. And then once their kids hit a certain age and they are grown up and out of the house, then she can look around for whatever scraps might be laying around for her to, clinch onto or whatever. But trying to date as a single mom, you're not doing anything but potentially putting yourself and your kids at risk. Because unfortunately, there are going to be men on dating apps that are looking to date single moms that have no issue with bringing chaos into their life and the kids' lives. It's just not worth the risk, in my opinion.
What? No.
Reasons why you should date a single mom. We're independent, stable, and reliable. No, you're not. You're absolutely not stable, and you're definitely not reliable. Maybe to your kids, maybe to yourself, maybe to your baby daddy, but you ain't gonna be reliable to any man that you're gonna be dating. You're not gonna be reliable at all to him. You're gonna be nothing but a burden to that man. But let's check on. Let's see the next slide here. We don't go out. No, you don't go out. You're boring. Another reason why men don't want to be around you. You're stuck with a kid all day. Like, who cares? Okay? Take care of your kids. Take care of your family. Okay? You shouldn't be going out. You should be staying in and taking care of your kids. What the hell is your problem? Like, to take care of your family. Jeez. These women are so concerned with getting their hole filled that they neglect their family and their kids and everything else. You know what I mean? Like, it is complete lunacy at this point. Let's check the next slide. Let's see what else she's got going on. We make good foods. You know what, guys? I'm going to tell you right now. Women don't cook nowadays. the odds of you dating a woman, even a single mom, even if she has 20 kids, the odds of her cooking are going to be less than zero. Like, it's just, there's absolutely no reason for you to be involved with a woman. And I've said this in previous videos, you will actually save money if you do like something like I do. I just get grocery delivery. I get my grocery, my food and everything delivered right to my home. And I get food delivery, get that delivered right to my home. And I have a woman come in once a week and clean right there. That is going to be a million times cheaper than inviting a woman into your life, living with you, causing chaos into your home, moving their kids in. Jesus, God forbid you want to do that shit. Not hell no. Do not even, no, absolutely, absolutely not. Do not cohabitate with women or their kids. It is, and definitely not for food. Look, these women aren't cooking, okay? She's defrosting a Stouffer's lasagna and throwing a little bit of bag cheese on it. That's not cooking, sweetie. That's just sodium. That's just a lot of sodium there. Let's see what the next slide is. We know what unconditional love is, and we know how to give it. You know how to give it to your kids. You probably know how to give it to your baby daddy, but for any random man that's going to be in your life, you're not going to be giving them unconditional love. Actually, it's going to be completely conditional love, because as soon as that man withdraws any financial support or anything like that, or if he decides that he doesn't want to babysit your kids while you go out to the club one night, you'll toss him aside and get someone else, another simp. This is how these women work. Every single time. Now we have a short little clip from this ray of sunshine. Let's see her dating tips on dating tips as a single mom. Let's see.
I'm gonna do big sis tips for dating as a single mom. Okay, are you ready? Inconsistency, bye-bye. See, I don't understand that. You're not speaking. We don't speak the same language, okay? If the plan is not in advance, I will not be attending. Thanks. Before we even get to a date, you have to have a phone call to screen your match. There are so many crazy people out there. You need to think of yourself as a recruiter. You're not getting an in-person interview without a phone call. And you don't get the job without a good resume. And I reserve the right to block your number at any time with no explanation. Thanks.
What? What the fuck? Stop it. Get some help.
That would be a blessing for a lot of men, getting their number blocked by women like this. That is a blessing. You couldn't be blessed any more than getting your number blocked by a woman like this. These are the types of women that will go out on a date with a guy they like 2 or 3 times, and then on the 4th date be like, oh, hey, by the way, I have 3 kids from 4 different dudes. I hope that's not a deal breaker for you. And then they get mad that this guy ghosts them. So this is something that's happened with a lot of online dating, a lot of women on Tinder now. Almost all of them have kids. Almost all of them have, multiple baby daddies and all this stuff. And something, here's the craziest part about this video. The first thing she says is inconsistencies. What's more inconsistent than having multiple kids from multiple different dudes and not being with any of them? Isn't that like the king of inconsistencies, where you're just spreading your legs open for any random man to impregnate you, and you're just like, okay, well, I'm basted like a turkey now, on to the next random dude. Is that not inconsistent? Or do we not talk about those inconsistencies? Because it's never the women's fault, they don't take accountability for anything. It's always a man's fault for switching it up. Oh, well, he lied to me. He did this. Those phone call screenings aren't going to deter any man that is wanting to potentially bring chaos or anything like that into you or your kids' lives. It doesn't deter those men. It is just, you make the phone call, they spit out a couple lies, and then you're knocking on their door at 3 a.m. with your panties around your ankles. It doesn't, the screening phone calls never work. Okay. All these women that have been in these bad situations, they've all screened phone calls with these men. So that's not any sort of, that's not any sort of verification check. Okay. These men can easily just tell these women a couple lies, and it's business as usual. Let me rewind this one real quick.
I'm sure I'm not the only one out here who is experiencing this. Apparently, the world cannot handle me as a single woman. I can't just be single. They have to connect me with somebody. I can't sit somewhere with someone who is a male and not expect to hear that I am dating them, sleeping with them, fooling around with them, whatever. Actually, I wish I was doing half the things that I've heard that I am doing. A lot more fun.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
I'm pretty sure you're doing plenty of those things. There's no doubt in my mind that these single moms don't call these random men, just like that previous video where she said she's open for a relationship, but actually what she's really trying to do is she's just trying to have a little fun. She's just trying to go out on Friday nights and get her back blown out and all this other random stuff, and she's trying to get, you know, dicked down by Tyrone and Chad and Steve and John and everyone else, and then she wants to get back on the market. This is what these women are on dating apps to do. This is what they're on dating apps to do. A lot of these women are doing this on Instagram. They're posting their thirst traps on Instagram. These guys are hitting up their DMs. And hey, if that guy's got a Bugatti on his Instagram, guess what? She's knocking on his door the next day. This isn't a parody anymore. This isn't a joke anymore. This is what these women are doing. And you know what? Eventually, what's going to happen is this is a house of cards. This is definitely right now, this is a house of cards, and we'll see in this next one. This next one's a little, this one's interesting. This next clip is interesting, but this is a perfect example of how this is all just a house of cards. And eventually it's going to come tumbling down, and you're starting to see little fragments and little things show up here and there. And, well, let me just let this last clip play through, and then we'll discuss it, and I'll give my final thoughts.
My name's Amanda. I'm a single mom in my 30s, dating again. Let's talk about dating apps. So I'm on this dating app, and honestly, like, where do I start? Story time. Match with this guy on the dating app. Of course, he's like asking about my life and like, so happy we matched, blah, 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 and like doing the whole intro. And I'm like, wait. I feel like we've talked before. And I like went on my IG, and guess what? 2 weeks ago, he dropped in my DM. Small world, right? And we chit-chatted, you know, for a few days there. But he did not remember that. For his shit, I called him out. Like, I was like, dude, we've already talked on IG. And he's like, no, we haven't. I'm like, yes, we have. Like, I'll send you a screenshot of it. So here is where I am. Like, if you don't remember talking to me 2 weeks ago, and like now you matched with me on the dating app, how many girls are you talking to? Like, how many girls are you talking to? How many single moms are you talking to? Because I feel like there's some, you know, things that I share that like maybe make me kind of stand out a little bit, but maybe not. Obviously not. After that, I just unmatched and was like, bye. Like, not doing this. Tip for the girlies. I feel like this happens quite a bit where like guys go ghost and then they come back, but like don't pretend that you don't remember meeting me or talking to me. Like, that is like so effed up. Granted, I know it was only a few days, but still, like 2 weeks prior. It wasn't like a year ago. I didn't change my hair color. Like, dating's fun.
Why is everyone so fucking stupid? Why aren't more people intelligent? Right?
Why are you dating? Why are you online dating? Why are you on Tinder? See, women like this, they almost have it. They're almost there. They are pulling back the layers of the onion, but they're really not, you know, and they keep pulling back the layers and then they stop. And then they just put the layers back on because they don't want the realization of what's happening here. What is happening here? Let's just put the facts together, fellas, okay? She met this guy on Instagram. Okay? Now, let me tell you about women in Instagram, okay? If they're talking to dudes on Instagram, then you know what these dudes' Instagrams look like, okay? These are going to be maybe these fitness guys or these crypto guys. They have money. They have, you know, they have looks. They have their physique. It's going to be one of those three. Okay, it's Instagram. It's going to be one of those three. So if she's talking to this guy on Instagram and she's also matching with this guy on Tinder, you kind of know what type of guy she's into. So obviously this dude is talking to multiple women. Obviously this dude is on multiple dating apps trying to hook up with multiple single moms and all this stuff. So why is she surprised? These are not average men she's trying to match with. You already know this. You're going to be matching with the same type of guy, and now you're wondering why your dating why your dating experiences are all the same. Well, you're literally matching with the same men. You're literally talking with the same man. You're talking with them on Instagram, you're talking with them on Tinder. Oh, and they're almost there, fellas. They're almost there. It's not going to be long. It will not be long until these women realize that, well, there's going to be two different thought paths here. One of them is going to be the women that are going to realize that there's an issue, and they are going to stop dating. They're going to completely stop dating. Being a single mom, I'm not going to hold my breath for this reality here, because I just don't see it happening. Women are very selfish. They're very self-centered, so they are going to do anything they can to put the attention on them, even if it means flaunting their single mom behavior out for the world to see. You've seen the videos. I've seen the videos. There's really no shame with these types of women, to the point to where they will put their kids in the videos as well. And look, it's just, we need to bring shame back is what is what we need to do. These women need to be shamed for what they do. And that's one thought process. Maybe they get the hint, maybe they understand, like, okay, well, dating isn't healthy for a single mom. Maybe I shouldn't be dating. Okay, that's one thought process. And then there's another one. And this one is something that I've really been struggling with, because you do have some women creators out there that are kind of pointing this out. But also, I don't think that either one of these realities are going to happen. And this second path is that these women are going to continue dating, but they're going to realize that they have nothing to offer men, that they have very little to offer society, and that they are just wasting space, and they need to settle with whatever they can get in order to not be alone and not to complain online for the rest of their life. Now, that is definitely not going to happen for a lot of women. You know that. I mean, there's going to be a large majority of women that would rather die alone with cats or with whatever. The large majority of women would rather end themselves with cats and whatever, and than to think that they're settling for any type of guy. And eventually some of these women do settle. They'll get in their late 50s and they'll realize that they don't want to be alone anymore, and they'll just grasp onto any man that's willing to give them a chance. Like, you've seen the Sprinkle lady. She's one of those where she just found the ugliest simp she could find, and he makes good money, so she kind of latched onto that guy, and that poor dude, and then she's giving advice to these other women. It's just, it's hilarious how that whole situation is. But this is it. This is it for these single moms. I think that it's important that as men in this space, we do need to bring attention for other men to just be aware of single moms, because there's a lot of men in their 20s right now that aren't aware. I work with a few of them that they are considering dating single moms and stuff, and we need to bring attention to this, to these situations. That's why these videos are so important. That's why engagement is so important with content like this, because other men need to know that single moms are not good for dating. They're not good for relationships. They're not good for the long term. If you are looking for a traditional woman to spend the rest of your life with, to help grow with, to Lord forbid marry, I wouldn't recommend marriage, but you know how I am about marriage and living with women and stuff. Some men like to do that. That's perfectly fine. If you are choosing to do that, I would recommend staying as far away from single moms as possible. But let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment, like the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed. I haven't been able to upload as much as I would like, so I am losing subscribers. So any subscription I can get would be amazing for you guys. And thank you so much for watching my newest video. I am going to try to post as many as I can until I get my new PC. I am getting a new PC in, so I'm actually still waiting for it to be shipped. It's been a few days, and I'm really not sure what's going on with it. But as soon as that new PC gets in, I will get it set up, and I will start making regular content again. But that's going to be the end of today's videos, and I'll catch you guys later. Rat Boy out.